state exactly what he has done, what they have observed as the opposition, and some of the strides that they have made as the opposition, and led by him, of course, who is the leader of opposition. Now, some of the things that he was talking about was them as the opposition. They have come up with alternative policies and thoughts. I could say thoughts, but alternative policies. For instance, the alternative budget that they did come up with that was countering the 72 trillion budget that we had, and theirs was much lower. And some of the things that they thought that the government would inject more money in as compared to what the budget had. They said that is one of the alternative policies that they come up with as the opposition, and they have come up with as the opposition in his term of office. And they believed that if the government borrowed a leaf, because their role as the opposition is to keep the government accountable, if the government borrowed a leaf from some of the things that they're bringing up, then maybe the country would be a much better place. True. The other thing he has observed is taxpayers' money and corruption when it comes to the use of taxpayers' money. One of the things that he was talking about was companies that are private companies are benefiting from taxpayers' money without clear memorandum of understanding. Yeah, the government comes and it finances this company to do a certain business, probably that's going to create employment and also boost the economy. But at the end of the day, there's no clear policy or agreement or arrangement on whether the government is going to refund, the private company is going to refund this money. Is it a loan? Is it a grant from the government? How long is it going to take? So it's costing, it's abuse. He says, according to him, it's abuse of taxpayers' money. He mentioned one case in point of the Inspire Africa factory.
The coffee,
the coffee factory
franchise,
that is in Ntungamo. And he was concerned, saying, why is it in Ntungamo, first of all? Like, is that area big in coffee growing? He was trying to refer back to the National Development Plan 3, where he said that the government promised to put up 2 factories for coffee, but in one of them was supposed to be in Eastern Uganda. So he's wondering why it went to Western Uganda. And again, he's wondering how the government has financed this company, which is private. Is the money going to be refunded or not? So he also talked about the Lubowa Hospital, saying that about 600 billion shillings has been invested in Lubowa Hospital. And when they went there for their oversight role as the opposition MPs, they were denied access to the place. And he says, now they hear their work's ongoing, and they don't know whether it's going to be shoddy work because the work is being done faster so that the government can prove a point or not. He spoke about holding the government accountable for the 10 trillion that is being lost every year to corruption. Remember the office of the, well, what's that office that came up? Betty Kamia's office. Came out and stated that 10 trillion is lost to corrupt tendencies here in Uganda. So he was saying that is one of the things in the coming year we're going to focus on. So he's spoken about a number of issues. And then the issue of MPs underperforming, he was saying there's a lot of rumor going on, but MPs, the quality of debate in Parliament is really poor. And he was saying the problem is not the MPs or the quality of the MPs, because he was mentioning that there are about 118 PhD holders, 231 masters holders in Parliament, 251 bachelors. The ones who have a 6 certificate are only 16. Then the diplomas are only 37. So you say that can't be the problem.
But then who sleep most? We see
do
them on camera.
You see them sleeping? It's been a while since I saw MPs sleeping in
just
the house.
that they try to condone off the place so that we don't get, but they be dozing. Anyway, we understand they are busy people, so. Anyhow, away from that, but is this why we say well done? Do we have any comparison to
well
what
done
he did?
Vis-a-vis Mathias Mpuuga. I don't want to compare, but there are a lot of questions that people would ask that even the journalists are concerned about. First of all, is the unity within the opposition. One of the things is the number of people that he came with as your first year as leader of opposition. They expected to see about because there's a big number of MPs, but only 15 have escorted you. Secondly, there have been rumors that the opposition, since Johnson took the seat, there's no real collaboration, there's no union or unison, you know. So what's the problem?
Definitely.
Yeah, so there's lots of things. And then others are thinking that maybe there's a lot of lamenting within the opposition side as
a
compared
lot of talk,
to
but little action.
Little action. You lament a lot, you cry a lot.
I'm looking forward to sitting down with him and we do a deep talk.
Yeah.
And then we shall get to know his school of thought. Anyhow, away from that,
away from that, we have a 29-year-old woman who had recently been reported missing, and police has confirmed that they have found her in Kasangati, Wakiso district. This is a housewife.
Cheating.
29 years old. She's called Natukunda Sharon. Sharon was a housewife in Chigowa, Bukoto.
With the children?
2 parish, Nakawa. So she disappeared from her matrimonial home in Ntinda. Ntinda Parish, Nakawa Division.
Yes.
And she went to an unknown destination.
Yes.
Her parents, the husband, the parents all got concerned. So the parents are the ones who filed the case at the Ntinda police station looking for her. Where is our daughter? How can she just disappear? So yesterday afternoon, they received information that she had been spotted in a place called Kabaga, Kayanga village in Wakiso. Kasangati, Wakiso district.
Yes.
So a team of police officers was sent there. They traced her and they found her. They found that she lives about 200 meters from the LC of the area.
Okay.
And she's fine. She got a house to rent.
She just ran away from her marriage. Wow.
And of course, when they interviewed her, she said the reason why she ran away without informing anyone was because of domestic violence. Her husband was beating her day and night, so she had to run away. However, I think it's important, if you are choosing to move away, you must have a support system. You must have people that you can talk to and say, by the way, I'm going through this, but I'm going away. I'm stepping away from this marriage, and this is where I'm going. Or I am fine wherever I am. I don't want to disclose to anyone. Nenga ni
abasajja bali toxic ate abasajja abamu abakozesa sente ne authority. Nti buli gw'ogambako, they're going to track you down. They're going to trace you. And you're going to go back to the same situation.
Then the relevant authorities, Henry. No, I mean like, okay, fine. No, That's why I'm saying the relevant authorities are the police. Police has a probation department where you can go and report these things. This man is summoned. Unless you're telling, because then...
This is very sad to say.
Yeah.
Ne waliwo abakyala that are battered from their homes, their marriages. Abalopa ku police, nga police yabakoowa. Because every time something... The mannerist finds a way around it. You understand?
Yeah.
The mannerist finds a way around it. So tukanga nawe oli frustrated ng'omuntu. Ngolaba police tekyakuyamba.
I am not saying that a woman who is being battered should just go to police and do nothing about it, because a violent man has a pattern. It will always come back. Even if you get our LC, nemutula, nemukanya, like even if you go and speak about these things and try and resolve them and hug, and then after there's a pattern, it will always go on. But I know that if people are aware of what is happening with you, as compared to you just getting up, you've been battered for a long period of time, then you get up and run away, you're not solving a problem. Solving a problem is letting your LCs know that I have this problem. Then they try to resolve it. If they can't, then secondly, moving away. But as you're moving away, let your family know, let people know. Because if this guy follows you, unannounced, he can harm you, and no one will know what happened.
Katono bamusalidde magezi ki agenda kudda mu bufumbo oba agenda sigalayo?
Already Yaduseyo, she's a big person, and she decided to run away. The only thing is that a case was filed of a missing person, because people thought maybe she died or something.
She's going to be unmissed.
Now she's okay. Now
Found.
that the public,
the case is going to be closed. Behavior.
But how do you look for a 29-year-old woman?
It's very possible, my friend. Things are very possible.
No, I know. Maybe life and health.
This is something we need to shed light on.
Yes.
Abawala bangi, abakyala bangi, bamama bangi babudde mu ggwanga lino. Ne bafuluma ne bagenda ebweru because of failed relationships, failed marriages. Men batter them.
Domestic
violence.
Yes.
That her family doesn't support her anymore. The man's family. Mama wa mugamba dayo kolechi. Dayo fumbe.
Talk about
Basenga wa mugamba dayo fumbe.
Gendo sirike mu nyumba.
Na yiyo busente ne yeya sweet.
They tell you, toyomba chikulo yomba nnyo. Like when the man speaks, don't speak back. But the violent man will beat you whether you speak or not.
Nabulawo nagenda nakuba ekyeyo n'abaana be n'abaleka nagamba, I'm going to first be okay.
Yeah.
Then when I'm okay, I will come back and pick my children along the way. Embeera yeyo, if you know of such a case, you can let us know. Kuno tumusanvu, no tumusanvu, emunoti biri. More stories are on our website on www.newstalk.com. .galaxyfm.co.
Let me just wrap up with Kiza Besigye.
Yes.
Yeah, Kiza Besigye is supposed to appear in court today, the court, General Court Martial. Remember, I was there yesterday.
Yes.
And what happened yesterday is they were trying, the defense team refused, Besigye himself refused to take plea in the court. He said, I will not prove whether I'm guilty or innocent to the charges.
Yes.
And when he objected, his lawyers gave the reasons why, that that court doesn't have the jurisdiction, the way that he was got from Kenya to Uganda, didn't follow the proper channels.
Okay.
And they spoke about the objection. So today, the court is going to give its ruling on whether it has the mandate, the jurisdiction to try him as a suspect. Him and Lutale and the third suspect, because they added the third suspect. And they added another charge of treachery.
So Kwegamba hasn't been tried yet?
No, the trial has not kicked off.
We are still meandering.
Like they are still saying, no, this court, if you want to try us, take us to a civilian court.
Wow. Yeah. If you have anything bothering your mind, we're going agent to chikute squeeze, talk to me about it. Kunotu msambe, notu msambe, munoti bidi, and munoti bidi. He's Tracy Mellon with Kakana.
Tracy Mellon.